Alright, hopefully this is bright enough to see what the heck I'm doing. So I'm just going to play through this one. I'm not going to use a metronome this time, but I'm going to break down what's happening after this playthrough, and we can look at it in a more chordal way. So here we go. So, I'm glad that you were able to recognize that the first part of this riff is within that Aeolian shape, the minor scale. So, the first group of notes here, in the second bar, you have your A, C, and E. So that's the start of an A minor chord right there. So I kept in mind the whole arpeggio idea here. That note right there, the interval number is a minor 6 or flat 6. Why did I go there? Because I thought it sounded good. So that's why I did that thing specifically. So you can do an arpeggio of whatever and kind of play notes that are around there, like I just did. So that's something you can do in your songwriting. Even though these picks are less slippery than the gravity pick, there's still some slippage that I feel, I don't know, maybe I'm just really fucking gross. I have all kinds of gross body oil, I don't know. Anyway, the second part, second little single note part, again using that A minor arpeggio, and then I'm just using notes that are around the area. Interval numbers, you'd have your flat 6 again, and then a flat 7. Also take note of, there is no hammer-on involved in this. There's a different attack on the note when you pick instead of doing a hammer-on. So here's what the hammer-on would sound like. Here's what the non-hammer-on sounds like. And then the fourth bar there, hammer-on. No hammer-on. So I did notice that you were doing hammer-ons. Hammer-on and pull-off. I'd like you to try this with just the pull-off instead of the hammer-on. It has a different, again, a different attack to the note. So really, when you write your own stuff, do whatever the hell you want. But for this, I'd like you to try doing it without the hammer-on. Then when you go to the F5 part, so these notes here, that's just the F chord right there. I'm playing the middle note first. So the F chord, you have F, A, C. F, A, C. I'm going A, F, A, C. And then I'm sliding up to an E. And then going down to C. So this part is just using the notes of an F chord. The E note makes it an F major 7. So you could strum something like that. 3, 2, 1, 0. That's an easy way to play F major 7. Why did I slide up to that note in particular? sounds good. That's why, at least I think it sounds good. And then down to that C note, well, that is part of your F major chord. I could have done this, slid back down to the C, but I like this sound better. I didn't want to hear a slide going back down. I only wanted to hear a slide going up, so that's why I chose that particular approach. And then the end here, after the E5 chord, I'm just doing an E minor arpeggio. So the notes of an E chord are E, G, and B, which is what you're playing here. E, G, B, E, slide up to G, hit that B, and that's what you got. So I chose to go pretty straightforward with that particular single note or flowy portion. And I like to try and add vibrato on notes that end where the duration is a quarter note. So if you look at the fourth bar, you got that G note that's ringing out there. So I'll give some vibrato to that. When you play that F section, I'm doing some vibrato on that final C note that you go to. And then, for the B note that you end on with that E minor arpeggio, I'm doing a series of upward bends on that one. You can't bend it down like I would normally do on a vibrato, because then that bullshit happens. You pull it off the fretboard. So you can either do, this side-to-side kind of vibrato, where you literally move the string or your finger horizontally with the string, or you do a series of small upward bends. And then, of course, vibrato the whole final chord. Because why not? There you go. Well, let me know if you got any questions. And I will see you again in a week.